What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? Happy Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are on Do Not Disturb. What did I originally come back here for? I don't remember anymore. Did I already get old girl her arrows? I seem to have gotten her quite a few. And I'm not out of gold, but let's check the items. Can I buy any... I don't remember what I did last time, so I'm just going to go in here, see what I can sell. Alright, let's sell all of Cecil's old armor. We'll keep those. Let me check the actual item store. Let me see if there's anything that I want. See if they have any ethers. I think it's in the inn. In the inn. In the inn. I hope everyone had a good day today. I went and took my kids to the little pumpkin farm that my woman works at. Took the kids there today. That was a lot of fun. Okay, 5 tents, 10 potions, 5, 6, 2... 7 Phoenix Downs seems like an appropriate number of Phoenix Downs. Can't see if I can sell these rods and staves. Alright, cool. Move out the way, Grandma. Move, 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 move. Come on. Come on, you don't have any other options. Go down. Oh my goodness. See how not hard it is? Oh, I know, everyone's full. Alright. Yeah, I took them there today. Was a lot of fun. Kids had a blast. It was a bit too hot, though, for me. Especially when it's supposed to be, you know, some kind of fall-like activity. And it's like 85 degrees outside. Bruh, fuck that. Fuck that. That was some nonsensory, is what it was. Very much not happy with it the whole time. Alright. We took that treasure chest last time. Now remember, first order of business is loot. First order of business is not finishing the dungeon. Wow, you guys suck. Now, does this do a perma change? It shouldn't. Does singing do anything to you? Not like you're going to live long enough to make anything of it. Gilbert gained a level. What does cross do? Does that get rid of curse? Do we have a curse status? Yeah, that's how we stay strong and menacing, is by making sure we fight everything. Well, not everything, but, we make a habit of searching for loots and killing things we find along the way. If we absolutely must, we GTFO. Good job, kid. There we go. Do a little bit of damage. Oh. Yeah, it was a little too hot out there for me today. We were there from like noon to 4. They were doing some like Candy Canyon thing. Cannon. Where at the end of the day, they just dumped out 80 pounds of candy into the crowd. Bro, some people were flying for that shit. It was like, bro, it's like Skittles and gummy bears. Can we relax? Like, nobody was pushing anyone over or anything, but it was pretty hilarious, actually. Death. That was worth it. Yeah, I did get that one. See if there's anything else over. Yeah. There is stuff over. Yeah. See if we can just put them to sleep. Yeah, you got to use the magic that corresponds to them. Come on, I just want you to bypass his... Just want you to bypass his defenses one time. Be gone. It's funny, though, I've been talking a little bit about, like, political stuff the last, few days, especially when, all the craziness is going around. And it is just funny when I get to take a look at my own, like, home. And, yeah, that does cure a curse status. There's so many people that hate and, like, fearmonger right now about people who belong here and people who don't. And, listen, I know I live in Illinois. I live in the Chicagoland area. I live in the suburbs. I live in, a pretty well-established progressive, like, just in general, like, state. Yeah, it's got its rural areas where that's not the case for, a majority of the land mass of Illinois. But as far as the majority of people, it's pretty established how, woke Illinois is. And, I said this as well around, did it go into, okay. Okay, so treasure chests go automatically. All right. But, do you know how many people, and this is at like a fall fest pumpkin patch. A pretty, I'm not saying guaranteed, but a pretty well established, like, hometown Americana style, like, not celebration, but like activity. You go there and you will see some big chubby white dude in some fucking, in some overalls there. Like, you gonna hear the country folk coming out. And you know what you also see, especially in my state, at these places? You see a whole bunch of fucking Muslims there. You know, the women with the whole head scarf and everything. And you know what? Nobody's complaining. No one's batting an eye. Nobody cares. Everyone is just there, pretty much being chillin'. That's what's happening the whole time. There you go, girl. Got 20 damage on him. Yeah. Yeah. There's not going to be anything weird in this little corner, is there? Put him to sleep. Fuck it. Like, everyone's there having a good time. You know, you see people in the Chicagoland area, you will, obviously in certain suburbs, you see certain more of some kinds of people and other kinds of others. But where I live, which is in like the western, pretty much the western suburbs, you get a heavy concentration of your good old, what you imagine is your native-born Americans. You also got a whole bunch of people from the Middle East. You may want to include India with that. I know it's not typically considered Middle Eastern, I don't think, on the global scale. But, you know, in America, it basically is. It's, you know, a lot of people from China. A lot of people from China. And, bro, everybody just, it's not like everyone's like over there like super chatting everyone up and everyone's like yuck, 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 yuck. You know, I know Americans talk to each other a lot compared to Europeans. You know, I get that. But, no. But still, like, everyone is just, for the most part, just going about doing their own thing. But it's all fine. So many people pretend like, oh, man, these people, they just don't assimilate together. And it's like, I don't know what areas in America these people are living. Like, you have to be in a pretty segregated area for that to happen. You know, I hear Dearborn, Michigan is weird with their Muslim population. Well, listen, that's a very isolated area because that's not how most anywhere is in America. At least not with foreign groups. Like, yeah, you'll have your Chinatowns and your stuff like that. You'll have your little, tiny little enclaves. But nothing that, like, Europe is talking about. European countries suck at fucking integrating their people. They're terrible at it. So that's why I hate when I see, like, fucking Brit bongers and shit talking about, you know, the dangers of, you know, or the hardships of trying to get, you know, Muslims to, to assimilate. And it's like, dog, you guys have different issues over there. You will see Muslims out in America on the 4th of July out there on all the carnival rides with the families, strollers, fucking drinking lemonades and everything, eating fucking, what's the thing, funnel cakes. You see them out there with the best of them. And in this area, a lot of Eastern Europeans too. A lot of, I don't know if Poland exactly counts as Eastern Europe, but a lot of Polish, quite a bit of Ukrainian, and just, bro, everyone gets along. Not like every individual gets along with every other individual, But there's just broadly not this big issue of assimilating. At least not in America. And I love to make certain European countries because, they talk about these long-standing ancient cultures that they have and how seriously they take it. And it's like, bro, if your culture is this deep, but it can't survive some Muslims in the country or some dark people in your country, then whatever your national identity is clearly something that deserves to die out. Like, if it's that weak, if what it means to be British can't exist with, but see, they're Muslims, that changes everything. It's like, what does it change? It doesn't change anything. Now, yeah, if you don't work on making sure you assimilate people. Okay, what's this nonsense? This looks like some secret tunnels. Secret tunnels. We're here with these fucking secret tunnels. Because in America, the idea is supposed to be that everybody comes here to become the best version of themselves that they can. And that's the identity that we all bond and, collectivize over. Not an actual belief system or anything like that. Like, being an American is both less serious than that and more serious than that. Nice. We've done a pretty good job of, I think, finding every bit of loot that we could find. Alright, I'm getting really sick of this combination here. Use the magic, get the freebie. Ooh! That's a lot of damage. And of course, it's funny that the people in America that freak out the most out of certain of these groups coming into the country are the people that are never going to be around these kinds of people in their lives. They're not the people that are going to be around fucking Muslims and shit. They live in areas where nobody's even going to want to fucking be around them. Other than the fucking people a part of their family tree that also looks like a Christmas wreath. Should be a perfect fucking circle. Nice. Phoenix down, an ether, and an emergency exit. Until someone gets an exit spell. That's most excellent. Okay, do I have I do not have a Slim Pokins in here. Alright, cool. Where is my canister? There it is. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, I hear so much fear-mongering always online and have for years. And I just look around and that's not anything near the experience that I have. Everyone's just chilling. Everyone's just trying to get by. No one's trying to do anything for real that serious around here. I could have saved my game, but it's not like it matters. Hey, that's what's up. You guys actually landing blows that can kill off an enemy. I do 90% of the damage. All y'all needed to get is the last 10. That's all I need. He's going to be immune to his own stone gaze, but that's awesome, and that's exactly why I was confusing him. That hadn't happened to me yet, but I was waiting for it to happen. Hell yeah. All right, let's just go to the boss. I don't want to be sitting here. I don't want to sit and go around all these. Alright. Get this bush out of my face. Gilbert went and he gained a level. This is the Antlion's lair. Scared noise. Oh, wait. Don't worry about something. I'll take the light of the desert. I didn't mean to hit the button. Let's go, Iridia. Yeah, I think the antlion was supposed to be like, surprisingly for the way it looks, not that bad of a creature. What is this, medicine? Bring out the big kickies. Oh, wow. Would ice do best on him, or... Just more summons. That's all we got to do. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I would have a hard time with that guy. But also, I didn't have all these extra commands in the old NES version. You receive the light of the desert. Can't be. Why did the Antlion... The number of monsters have been increasing as of late. Formerly tame animals have started to attack humans. I don't know if this is an omen. Let's get to Rosa quickly. Right, let's go. Alright. Luckily, if we go straight out, it's not too long of a trip. But actually, I think I'm going to go to the... I think I'm going to go back to that safe spot that's right outside. And then next time I'll Vamoose out of here on Tuesday. And then we'll give the light of the desert to Rosa, and we'll all be good. Then nothing else will be wrong. Right? Nothing else can go wrong at that point. Not one lick of damage. Oh yeah, that's hurting more and more. Alright, use this tent, and that's going to be it for the day, guys. We're healed up. We got what we needed. Next time I'll come back and finish it up. Hell yeah. Save indeed. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. Till next time, guys. I'll see you next time. I will be... One piece after this. Nice.